Hi, I'm Annika, and today I want to explore Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times, not just as a classic piece of cinema, but as a deeply relevant reflection of life under industrial capitalism, even for some like me, a 22-year-old girl living, going to community college, living nearly 90 years later. What's so fascinating about Modern Times is how Charlie Chaplin uses comedy and silent film techniques to say something serious about labor, identity, and survival. So let's dive into two key areas: themes and cinematography, with three specific scenes that show why this film was made the way it was. First, one of the clearest themes is dehumanization at work. How factory labor strips people of individuality and turns them into something like machines. In the opening sequence, Charlie Chaplin's character, the tramp, works on an assembly line, tightening bolts over and over, and he starts to twitch and fidget even after the job ends. It's like his body's been rewired. The scene is hilarious but kind of unsettling at the same time, and it shows how repetitive work invades your body and mind. Another great example is when he gets pulled into the gears of the machine. Literally, like, he gets swallowed by them, and this physical comedy kind of becomes like a metaphor because the worker doesn't operate the machine, it's like he's part of it. And these moments are Chaplin's critique of an economy that values productivity over people. Alright, so in slide 3, the second theme that I wanted to highlight is the power of hope. How people, even in poverty, hold on to their dignity. There's this beautiful scene where the tramp and Gaiman pretend to live in a little, dream house. It's silly, sweet, and deeply touching. And even though they have nothing, they imagine a life full of peace, love, and dignity. And to me, that scene feels like resistance. It's saying, we may be poor, but you can't take away our ability to dream. That kind of imagination is survival, and it's still powerful today. And so, Chaplin's cinematography is simple, but intentional. He uses framing to show power dynamics. For example, on the left, we see a shot of the tramp being manhandled by his boss, wearing those iconic hickory striped overalls. And the caption I put was "stripped of agency, handled like machinery," and it's domination. His body is treated like property. But on the right, we can see a tender moment with the tramp and the Gaiman. And I captioned it, "In each other, they reclaim their humanity," because it's like a quiet contrast. The system may control them, but it can't control their bond. And Chaplin's camera lingers. It holds like the shot. He's inviting us to, excuse me, he's inviting us to really look and to feel what those characters are going through. And so one of my favorite things about this film is how Chaplin uses his body as kind of a language, almost. In the feeding machine scene, the tramp is treated like a test subject. The machine force-feeds him in absurd ways, and his body flails, twitches, and resists. It's hilarious, but also kind of disturbing. Through motion, Chaplin shows the absurdity of a system that tries to control every human need, even eating. And as I wrote in my notes, comedy turns into critique through movement. And that's where the film's genius lies, I think. And so to me, Modern Times still hits hard because themes haven't aged. If anything, they feel more real now. So many of us are still figuring out who we are in a world that demands constant work. We're still trying to hold on to joy, connection, and identity in systems that often ignore our humanity. And that's why, as, me, a young, college student who's also working, would write about this film, because even if the machines look different now, the human struggle and the human spirit is still the same. Thank you.